it's Mrs. Ireland. Usually I bring you a movement activity to go with the week's theme, but it's also important to relax a little. So this week's activity to go with camping is more of a relaxing activity, and it's going to be called flashlight reading. So all you need for this activity is something to read, you need a comfy place to sit, and then you also need a flashlight. And then all you would do is sit down. You would have to turn off all the lights, and then you just read using your flashlight. One more activity you can do with your flashlight is called flashlight spelling. So all you would need again is a flashlight, and then you need your alphabet. You could write it on paper, on a whiteboard. You can see I use magnetic letters. And then you would actually just use your flashlight to spell out your sight words. So I'm going to turn the lights off and show you what this looks like. So the first word I'm going to spell is the word like. So I would use my flashlight and say L-I-K-E, like. I'm going to do one more and see if you can guess what it is. Ready? Did you get it? It was the word went. So again, you could do the flashlight spelling by yourself, or you could have someone else help you.
Hi Monroe, Mrs. Fisher here. I wanted to show you a brand new game. Now this is a game that you can play anywhere, but I thought it was a perfect game for camping. And the reason it's a perfect game for camping, it doesn't take much to play this game. So all you will need is 2 6-sided dice. Now you can use the ones that have numbers on them, or you can use the dotted dice. And I used a little bathroom cup just so that I can, roll them around. And then you'll need a piece of paper, or you can use a stick in the sand or in the dirt. And what I did is I labeled this player 1 and player 2. Now you can play this game with several players. It doesn't have to be limited to just 2 players. And you decide on how many rounds you want to play. And for demonstration purposes, we're only going to play 6 rounds, but 10 is a nice number that you can use. The other thing is the game is called Unlucky 7. Now you've probably heard of the lucky number 7, but with this game, if you roll a 7, it's very unlucky, and I'll explain that as we go through. Okay, so this is how we play. Hopefully stand that up. There we go. All right, so you're gonna roll, and I got a 6 and a 1, so 6 plus 1 equals 7. That's not a good start. So if I get an unlucky 7, basically that means that I get a 0 for that score, okay? Now, if you have a score before that, it erases all of those scores. That's why it's so unlucky. So I'm just going to put an X here because I got a 7. Alrighty, now it's time for player 2. Player 2 has a 5 and a 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. So that player would put his score or her score down as 9. Now it would be my turn to play. Player number 1. A 6 plus 4 equals 10. So I write down the 10. Next player. Now the next player got a 4 plus 3 that equals 7. That's my unlucky 7. So not only does that player get a 0 or an X for that round, they also have to X out every number above it. Okay, so it drops them down to a score of 0. Even if they got it down here on the last round, it would still be 0. Now I'm going to do the next part very quickly. Okay, so now I've actually finished the rounds, and we have our numbers, and you can see that I got a 7 on my 3rd round. So I had to erase or X out everything above that. Okay, and then the winner would be the person with the total number of points. So we have 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 8 is 23. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So player 1 would be the winner. Okay, that's how we play Unlucky 7. I hope you get a chance to play it this week. I'll see you next week. Bye, Monroe.
Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to Mrs. B's Poetry. Boys and girls, this is going to be the last time we have Mrs. B's Poetry this year because school year is over next week. Boys and girls, I want to take a moment to congratulate each and every one of you for being so responsible with your remote learning so that your education continued even though we couldn't see each other face to face. Right around the corner, boys and girls, is summertime. And when I think of summertime, I think of vacation. And when I think of vacation, one of the things I think of right away is going camping. And I know, because I've talked to many of you, how much you all love to go camping. And when I think of camping, boys and girls, I think of big fires and sitting around the fire with my family and friends. I think of making delicious s'mores. But the thing I think of most, and it's my favorite thing to do, and that's to lay back and look at the night sky and look at all the stars up there twinkling and all of the different constellations that are in the heavens. Boys and girls, today I'm going to share with you a poem that many of you know the first verse of because it's a real familiar song you've sung when you were little. And it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And I know you know how the song goes, but I bet you didn't know there's a whole poem that goes along with it. And today I'm going to share it with you. So let's listen to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the sky so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle, all through the night. In the dark blue sky you keep, often through my curtains peep, for you never shut your eye till the sun comes back in the sky. As your bright and tiny speck lights the traveler in the dark, though I know not what you are, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Boys and girls, for our explore portion today, we are going to make a T-chart. And to make a T-chart, you take your paper and you draw a big T. And then on this side of my T-chart, I have the word star. And on this side, I have the star's partner in the night sky, moon. What we're going to look at now, boys and girls, are words that are part of the AR family and words that are part of the OON family. So, I know that every word I'm going to make is going to have the R sound. But I'm going to put different sounds in the beginning to make new words. For example, if I put a C here, I've got K-R, car. If I put an F here, I have F-R, far. If I put a T here, I have T-R, tar. Now over here, we're going to look at the OON family, and these words are going to have O-O-N. Each one will have it. And we're going to say OON when we get to that part. M-OON. How about T-OON? Blend it, and it's tune. N-OON. Noon. S-OON. Soon. And you can go on making many, many more words with these two word families, but there's many other word families too. But the important part is to blend the sounds together so you have a word, K-R, car. Now, for our final landing for this poetry, we are going to make blending stars. And some of you already know what they are. But to make a blending star, take a piece of cardboard and cut out a triangle shape, just like I did here. Then I want you to trace it. And then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it over and trace it this way also. So one time, the triangle's point points down, and this time the triangle's point points up. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pointed star. Now, boys and girls, in the middle of the star, we're going to put the vowel letters. There's the short letter E. And then on the points, we're going to put any consonant we want. And as you can see, I'm just putting any one here at all. And then your job with your star, boys and girls, is to start here and blend the words going from point to point. K, F, kef, g, ep, gep, n, em, nem, f, ek, feck. And you continue to blend them in all different directions. Boys and girls, lots of times you're going to have words that are nonsense words, but it's still important that you practice blending these sounds. Boys and girls, we've had so much fun with Mrs. B's poetry. At least I've had fun, and I hope you've had fun too. I hope you have a great summer. I hope you go camping, and I hope I see each and every one of your smiling faces in the hall in September. Oh, I mean August. Bye-bye, boys and girls, and take care.